anybody want to talk about more symbolism? Now, do y'all see how this on the dollar bill is inside a circle? Then it has the eye, right? That creepy eye on the back of the dollar bill. It's funny. Fortunately. So there are a lot of conspiracies about the dollar bill's eye and pyramid. Says I wanted to see which ones were most popular, so I headed to the Bureau Engraving and Printing in downtown Washington to do my own informal street survey. It says first up, who actually works at the mint? Her theory, something to do with the Masons, and I know it goes farther back than that. Well, it does go way back to the founding of our country. Some of the founding fathers were Masons. So, and the eye has become a Masonic symbol, but it was actually added by an engraver who wasn't a Mason. So the official term, that's the eye of providence, the eye of God, in some general way, says Stephen Bullock, a history professor at Polytechnic Polytechnic Institute. Why we no longer use $1,000 bills? Yeah. Why are there so few $2 bills? Interesting. Something to think about. Something to go research if y'all want. I'm not going to. So okay, but where did the pyramid come from? The next theory from my impromptu survey comes from 9-year-old Brian Bush. Maybe King Tut. That might be his pyramid, he asked. Brian had just finished touring the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. He says they didn't mention the dollar bill's pyramid on the tour. Conspiracy theorists conspiracy theorists would say they don't want us to know, but actually Brian onto something. My bad. Okay, so I want to read it. The pyramid was seen as a kind of human structure that lasted out ages, says Bill Ellis, a professor emeritus of American Studies at Penn State. Latest stories. Wage growth. Consumers still have the power to spend. Till when? For how long? Question that. U.S. asking rents decline slightly but continue to rise in some regions. They should just give everybody $1,000 checks for their rents, or 2,000, depending on where they live. Because the cost of living differs everywhere. One probably 2,500 for everybody. Yeah, I'm just fine. Will inflation make consumers abandon their favorite brands? Possibly. Me at this point, there's no brand. Well, except for the one. Gotta be careful for the one that has chemicals on it, because there's what chips out there, great value chips, whatever they are. I think it's great. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, it said it has warning label on the back for the chemicals that's in them, and they say it's not good. He says the found. That's what they say. I don't know. So don't question me. Question that. He says the founding fathers wanted the country to last long as the pyramids, but the pyramid and I didn't show up on the dollar bill until the 1935. They started out as part of our Great Seal. Huh. Great Seal. FDR added them to the dollar. I believe that's Franklin Roosevelt. That brings us to our next conspiracy theory, courtesy of Andrew Epting, who is waiting for a bus near the mint. New World Order. It's very folklorish. He says about the back of the dollar bill, the back of the dollar. New Order. It does say that in Latin under the pyramid. Historians say that refers to the birth of a new country. And FDR liked the way it jived with his New Deal. But for conspiracy theorists, the words new order on the dollar bill were a signal in the US government had been taken over by evil forces. Alright, Epting says that's crazy. Y'all wanna know what's really crazy? The next video I'm doing after this, you know how it says the all seeing eye on the pyramid, how I showed you at the beginning? The World ID, see that? World ID? We'll get back to that after a while. So stay tuned for that. Because, yeah, everything it's talking about is something we should all be puzzling. I'm glad we have video games and TV to make people's minds off of some of the stuff nowadays. Not nowadays. Some of these movies are tainted with symbolism. He says laughing. Nobody wants symbolism and nobody wants a movie to be made where a train derails and then 2 weeks later a train derails almost as if it was conditioning society for what was about to happen. We don't think that's cool at all. I don't even live there and I don't think that's cool. Of course, some video games actually revolve around conspiracy theories, so it is a wonder. So it is any wonder that there's so much conjecture about such a strange symbol, especially since we carry it around in our pockets. Well, look at that. So I guess the marketplace, if you want to go. So yeah, that's what that is on the dollar bill. Dollar bill, they explain. All seeing eye in the circle, and there is the world ID. All seeing eye in the circle. And so happens to be the world coin unveils World ID Protocol and SDK. What do you know? We don't have to do the second video. We're just gonna put it all together. It says world. Alright, let me click on this, make it bigger. Should be about a 20-minute video. This wasn't too long. It says WorldCoin has unveiled its identity protocol, which people can use to prove they're real online. To do that, they must get verified, with the main method being WorldCoin's somewhat dystopian orbs. An executive, I should get into a video that dives deeper into the dollar bill, which I probably will. But I just thought I'd share this because I seen the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, then I seen the all-seeing eye from this, and they're getting ready to change into a new currency, which the first currency came from an all-seeing eye, so they're talking about new order might already be there. An executive at Tools for Humanity, the lead software contributor to WorldCoin, addressed concerns over the orb and discussed why the rise of consumer-friendly AI makes online identity an even thornier issue. end up putting the definition of thornier in the description. For a human internet. For a more human internet. What does that even mean? For a more human internet. So the new alien species is non-human, right? So what does this mean? For a more human. Why not just for a more experienced internet by humans? Why did it say for a more human internet? Why did why did it say that? World Coin. Sorry, World Coin. I promise I'm not Inspector Gadget. I just like making videos. Book an appointment to sign up for your World ID. No thanks. Download the World app. No thanks. It already has it right here. Look, it says World Coin. I tried Xing out of it and it wouldn't even let me. I'll show you too. Look, look. Watch. See? It says the World Coin community is building a more human economic system. WorldCoin is designed to become the world's largest human identity. Human identity. WorldCoin to become the world's largest human identity. What are the banks wanting to do? I heard that the banks are wanting to give everybody a chip. So the human identity is going to be what the chip and financial network, which is going to be linked to the chip, giving ownership to everyone. Download World app and sign up for World ID. And I keep trying to click. No, look at that. It's not. Good. I'll show you. What the heck? How do you do that? I'm not doing this. I'm not getting into that. That's not for me to get into. Sorry, that would be on something else later on. It says World Coin, the project intent. I swear I was clicking that and that thing was intent on scanning people's eyeballs to prove they are indeed people. What the heck does that even mean? Is that why they're using that alien crisis? They're gonna say non-human because they want everybody to comply with this world, this world ID now, this world coin ID. Says the project intent on scanning people's eyeballs to prove they are indeed people. What the heck does that even mean? How are we not? So if we don't scan our eyeball, we're not people. If we don't, I don't. What the heck? This is like tripping me out now because I don't know what to think. Unveiled its World ID protocol and software development kit today. That's insane. So, in order for person to be to prove they're indeed people, what kind of people I don't know, but they got this alien card out there, which somebody said not to believe. He says he wished there was aliens, but there isn't because they're getting ready to throw everybody off. Y'all heard me? There's that orb. There's the orb that was on dollar bill. All-seeing eye is on. Look, it's on somebody's head. See what I mean? We have now become the dollar bill that they're building for the new system. If y'all get what I'm saying. Sorry, thought of that just right there. Both WorldCoin and its lead. It's not my fault. I think what I think. See what I see. It's not. I've been lead software contributor tools for humanity were co-created, who is also CEO of ChatGPT, created OpenAI to smash hit generative bot. So this World ID WorldCoin is connected to AI, the Chat GPT bot. So if you're messing with AI now and you think, oh, AI Chat GPT is cool, it's not going to be cool when you have to scan your eyeball, or you won't be part of the system. You won't be people, their people. You won't be alien, which to me seems more like they're alien to us because I'm fixing to drop a piece on the Red Dragon. That's right. And I should drop two pieces on the Red Dragon, as a matter of fact, because there's a tribe out there that believes in that the moon was brought here as from two dragons, two brother dragons, or scaly dragons, and they took the yolk out of the one of the eggs and put it here on Earth or something. I don't know, but I just thought that was a crazy theory because there's something going on right now with that saying, but it's not scaly. Well, I mean, it can be if you listen to what they say whenever they say reptilian. But it's kind of crazy though. But yeah, I don't know why I think that, but yeah, this isn't going to be good though. It talks about it in the Bible that if we have the mark of the beast, which I think is going to be inside our skin, either in our head or hand, or probably going to do both, because they're probably going to eventually link the brain, the mind, and connect it everywhere. They're talking about a hive mind. They're probably going to want to put it online on a network. If you know what I mean, they probably want to live, they probably want to try to live forever, but they can't because they have no control of the soul. Sorry, just being real. They have no control of the soul. All right. Okay, there's that word thornier again. It says both WorldCoin and its lead software contributor, Tools for Humanity, says according to WorldCoin, rendered the issue of online identity that much thorny. Thorn. Thorns. I can think of a lot of things with thorns. There's a rose. Rose thorn. Rose does have thorns. The crown had thorns. Crowns have thorns. Crown of Jesus had thorns. Now I'm gonna do a piece over one of the red dragons, like I was saying, and it's gonna talk about how they're trying to remove God and trying to get people to follow the party more than they should God, and that says a lot right there because I mean, eventually, if the beast is supposed to get wounded, then the beast is gonna understand the beast. It's gonna wake up or something. I don't know, something along those lines that the beast gets wounded, the whole world's gonna wake up because the beast gets wounded, and then they're gonna marvel after whenever the wound gets. There's a lot to it. I mean, I feel like I probably understand it, but I don't want to say it because people out there are like, "Well, don't say anything. You should just stick to what Jesus tells us." And Jesus tells us not to be deceived. And I'm not trying to be deceived right now. Every time I see something, it trips me out. Like how I just seen, message somebody's video that said China's trying to rewrite the Bible, and AI is doing the same thing. So it's all connected into one. If, if y'all see what I'm saying, I mean, I could drop more videos later on. I ain't worried about that if I have to. It says described in today's announcement as the underlying identity protocol to WorldCoin and powered by zero knowledge. It says cryptograph cryptographer cryptography cryptog that's like a tongue twister right there. Cryptography 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 cryptography. There we go. The newly launched World ID is a mobile tool people can use to prove they're real with sacrificing anonymity, anonymity, anonymity. WorldCoin's org, a controversial iris scanning bit of hardware is the main method of getting verified for users. Still, they can also use tools such as phone number verification, albeit with less accuracy. It says this is decentralized and privacy first protocol, head of product engineering and design at Tools for Humanity told the block in an interview. What that means is just like the people can have self custodial wallets with this, people can have self custodial IDs, which they say is like a grain of rice that they can install. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everything's going to be connected with it. I mean, that's probably why they were warned. Where any information is on device, they already got palm scanning now. I mean, palm scanning is just like another step to it. If not, they're trying to go around it now, trying to capture everybody now. So whenever they really want to put in that system, bam, you gotta wear that shit or get inside the, I don't know, be held captive. I don't know. That's just the way I think. Okay, says self custodial IDs where any information is on device and how you use it is through zero knowledge proofs to make attestations attestations about yourself. They be using big words on audio. Rise of the Orbs. That sounds insane. Rise of the Orbs. Someone should do a video about that. And users can get a world ID on any compatible mobile wallet. Are you serious? You don't. What? All they have to do is scan your face on the phone. That's all they have to do. Y'all might want to cover these cameras, cover those cameras or something. I wouldn't get this world ID at all. I'm saying users can get a world ID on any compatible mobile wallet. One option is the World app, which is still in beta. Or verification is primarily limited to Argentina, Chile, India, Kenya, Portugal, and Spain. Though a broader rollout of these devices will happen later this year, mobile verification, meanwhile, is available in most countries. This is insane. The Aura proven devices its unveiling in June 2021 drew sharp backlash from leading privacy advocates, including who wanted don't catalog eyeballs. Oh, there it is. I'll put a stamp on that. Don't catalog eyeballs, which they most likely are. WorldCoin later sought to assuage to a to a usage to a usage. I have no idea. Those concerns by removing, I don't run into that word very often, links between the biometric registration to the S usage, I guess, stage and the wallet with the help of zero knowledge proof technology. Says Fink's concerns about the project persist. However, there's also a lot of misconceptions out there, he said. A lot of people don't know that your biometric data gets destroyed at the orb. That is, unless you opt in to having your biometric data stored, which, though not incentivized by WorldCoin, helps improve the protocol. The iris code is the only thing that leaves the device. Continued as counterintuitive as as it sounds, World ID is the most private identity. I would argue that it's also the most inclusive and scalable in many ways. His argument hinges on that idea that traditional know your customer checks KYC involve giving up a great deal of more personal information in the form of ID scans, while many people don't have an ID give up in the first place. What? To give up in the first place. Oh, I was like, what the heck? They trying to say there? All right. Also said that if there was a better tool for proving a person's uniqueness, what? WorldCoin would really abandon the orb. Given the constraints of manufacturing hardware, indeed, Tools for Humanity has team actively searching for such a solution. You know, I heard a story that there's different factions of the Illuminati that like they're all spread it out, so like they could all be at war at one another and we wouldn't even know. And, like they're in probably like in different countries with different names, like good guys and bad guys, and they're just like sometimes working as a team. Like